It's no secret, looking for a job right now is extremely challenging. So I've put together some tips that I found helpful after a decade in recruiting. Who am I? My name's Joel Algie. You can go verify me on LinkedIn. I've got 190,000 followers, and I like to put out content for recruiters and job seekers. So here's some of the tips that I put together. Remember to save this for later and share with someone who's on a job search right now. The first thing you want to look at is your resume and your LinkedIn. I think of this as your personal brand. My biggest tip for the resume is to get away from language like I increased revenue by 20% and instead be specific. Say something like I increased revenue from 600,000 to $1 million. You could still reference the percentage point, but this gives the recruiter context. So be as specific as possible. Always research the companies that you're applying for. This might seem basic, but this helps you tailor your resume. If you understand the industry, the projects they're working on, you understand the job description and what they're looking for, you can tailor your resume to sell yourself that you're the right person for this role. This will also help you a ton once you get into interviews and they ask you questions like, why should we hire you, or why do you want to work here? The more you know about the company, the better prepared you are going to be to answer those questions in a way that makes sense. Don't just apply online and then wait for responses. You've got to be active. So start networking, start joining groups that are around the industry you're looking to get into or the industry that you work in. There are lots of online groups, so you don't have to worry about in-person events, but if there are local in-person events, go to them, meet people. And remember, when you join these communities on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Discord, engage, start conversations, try and take conversations offline. That's how you build relationships. Always follow up. I can't tell you how many times people said, I really want a job, and then I never hear back from them. Follow up and be patient and persistent with the follow up. So maybe follow up 2 or 3 times a week, but always be polite. Obviously, recruiters are busy, hiring managers are busy, but if you can be polite and you can follow up, it will do you a world of good. This is a really big one during the interview that people forget. Have some really insightful questions. I recommend one about the interviewer, the position, and the company. So go look at the interviewer on LinkedIn, see where they came from, how long they've been at the company, look at the position, look at the job description, look at the people who are in that role, what are their backgrounds, then look at the company. What are the industry trends? What are they working on? What do you think the future of the company looks like? Ask some great questions around that. It shows curiosity and interest, and it's going to separate you from other candidates. Always do your research before interviewing. You can have some notes if you're interviewing over Zoom as well. Obviously, you don't want to read the notes word for word, but have them there to outline what you're going to say and outline the research you've done on the company. Lastly, don't be afraid to showcase who you are, your personality, who you are. That's what makes you unique, and that's what your value is. And remember, if it's not the right job, it's not the right job. Move on.